I'm Dhara Patel, an aviation student at Eastern Michigan University. I'm here at Bellarmine Airport to meet with Tari Skousen, an aviation recruiter at USAJet. She is going to tell me all about what it takes to make it into aviation, what skills and certifications a pilot might need, and why working for an airline is so exciting. Hi Terry, thank you so much for meeting with us today. I'm Dhara. I go to Eastern Michigan University for aviation flight technology major. I'm going into my junior year and I want to know how someone can get involved in aviation. So my first question for you is how a young person can get started in aviation.
I like to suggest when they're really young, if you're starting out as a freshman, YouTubing and learning all about ground school, learning different airplanes, different types of things is a great way to start right up front just to see if you're even interested in that.
Being a pilot is such an impressive career and everyone wants to know about it. So can you walk us through the steps a young person can take in order to become a pilot?
Prior to high school, I would suggest that you, a parent or a guardian, find their local Young Eagles chapter and they can take a flight with them at a really young age.
Can you tell us more about what certifications, what are all the different certificates a pilot needs in order to become a pilot at an airline or a cargo?
So the private pilot license is first because it allows them to fly a plane by themselves, right? That they're on their own, and that's kind of what the private part means. The next certificate that they're going to go for is an instrument certificate. That allows them to be able to learn how to fly with just the instruments on the plane if they're in weather, if they're in clouds, or if they're in rain. The next one that they would get is a single engine commercial or a multi-engine commercial. The commercial pilot's license allows them to get paid for flying. This allows them to have passengers and allows them to go to a regional airline. Being at a accredited aviation college is very important because you can get a restricted airline transport pilot certificate. What that means is when you get a bachelor's degree and at an accredited college, you only have to have 1,000 hours to fly at a regional airline. If you have an associate's degree at an accredited aviation college, you can fly at 1,250 hours. And if you go a non-traditional route at a flight school, to get your ATP, not a restricted ATP, you would need to get to 1,500 hours without a degree. After you gain all of those certificates, becoming a certified flight instructor allows you to teach and get those 1,500 hours much quicker.
So once they get their commercial license and they can be paid to fly, what are the different non-traditional areas they can go in? I know school and colleges, they push constantly towards airlines, but what are some other areas that they can go flying?
Anything that requires a plane. You can fly corporate, so you can fly executives for high-level companies. You can fly seaplanes and land people on the ocean or on lakes. You can fly for firefighting and be a firefighter and pour water all over forest fires and things like that.
So we talked about being a pilot. Can we touch base on what are some other career opportunities in aviation? There are so many people who like planes, but they don't want to fly.
They can become dispatchers and go to a dispatch school and get a dispatch certificate. They can become mechanics and get their airframe and power plant licenses. They can become schedulers and they can be in marketing in aviation. They could do recruiting in aviation. There's so many things. And in cargo, they can do things like freight forwarding and flight following.
Can we talk a little bit more about dispatching, what it entails, and what do you do as a dispatcher?
Sure. On a high level, basically a dispatcher just allows the plane to know where it's going. The dispatcher tells the pilot where they're going to be headed.
So they're basically like pilots on ground.
They are, because they look at the weather prior to where the pilot is headed, and they let the pilot know the route that they're going to be taking.
That sounds like someone who wants to become a pilot but doesn't like flying. Dispatch is the option for them. Why would someone want to choose aviation? They can do that stuff outside of aviation too. So what are the benefits and what is the reason a young person would want to go in aviation and do that?
Well, just so many cool things about aviation. I mean, being around airplanes by itself is just really cool. But there's great benefits to working for an airline. You get flight benefits at certain airlines, and you can travel all over the world for free or at a low cost. And you can have your family have benefits as well, and they can travel with you, jump seat or standby. Also, working at even a cargo carrier, you can jump seat as a pilot and travel and see the world as well.
So it is really beneficial if you are a travel person, and it supports travel lifestyle.
Absolutely, a travel lifestyle.
Well, thank you so much, Tari, for taking time out today and telling us all about aviation and different careers for women.
It's been my pleasure meeting with you today, Dhara, and I wish you the best of luck in your career, and hopefully I'll see you flying somewhere.
Thank you so much. I hope to cross paths with you in near future.
Thank you.
This program is supported by Eastern Michigan University and Digital Divas, with additional support from the DTE Foundation, ITC Holdings, and viewers like you. Thank you.